Hey guys, it's Mandy with Kincaid Special Creations. In this video, you will see us make dandelion jelly. We were so interested in, the benefits of the dandelion that we wanted to make a few things. So here we are, we're just out one pretty morning picking some dandelions. We took a lot, but we left a lot. You have to leave a lot for the bees and things like that need it. So here we are, we're just spending the day. We actually get a whole bucket, and there were so many more that we did not pick. It was just a nice little walk around the property. A really nice morning.
Good job. Thank you, Gidgy.
After that, we rinsed all the dandelions. So that's why they're in this colander. And we take them outside on the trampoline, spread out a towel, poured out all the dandelions, kind of spread out all the clumps. We're going to try to let them dry out as much as possible. You really want dandelion petals that are dry and fresh and everything. So if I do it again, I will likely not rinse them. I'll probably just let them bake in the sun just a little bit. Because I rinsed them, they all kind of shriveled up and closed up, which made it more difficult to tear apart. But you can see here, you need to remove the yellow from the green. So you can do it by cutting the bottoms off, and then you have the yellow left over. And we were collecting all the yellow in this jar. My daughter also noticed you can kind of just pinch off the bottom green or pinch off the yellow, kind of like spread them apart. But you really have to hold on to that green bottom really well, and then you have to clean off the little extra greens that were left behind. Some of them came off easier than others. It really all depended on whether those greens got in your way. Like this one she did kind of like in a one pull thing, and it was done. We did races and everything else to try to get through that. That was the longest part of the whole process. Next, we measured out 2 cups of dandelion petals and put them in a quart-sized jar. I poured 4 cups, or as much as I could get, of boiling water over the dandelion petals and let it set in the refrigerator for 24 hours. So this is the next day or next day and a half that we are going to strain out the petals with some cheesecloth. So I'm showing my daughter how to go about it, and she's doing most of the work here. She was really interested in helping. It's really good to get your kids involved. When I went to the Dollar General to get this cheesecloth, I didn't see it for one, and then I asked an employee and a manager if they had any cheesecloth, and both of them had to ask me what cheesecloth was. So I was really just, confused by how much people don't really know about a lot of these things, a lot of these tricks and techniques and stuff. So I want to teach my daughter what to do and how to use these things. So she's just cutting off a piece of cheesecloth now, and she's going to put it in the strainer. And then we're going to pour the petals in there and separate the petals from what is now dandelion tea. Rinse that out. Okay, so now we gather up all the cheesecloth, and we're going to strain the tea out of the petals. We really want to squeeze all the juice or the tea out that we can get. My daughter decided the smell was a little overwhelming. It was a little bit of a wild, bitter, earthy smell. So I took over on squeezing this. So we're just going to continue to squeeze until we get out as much as we possibly can. Okay, that gave us a pretty good bit. Our bowl's almost completely full. Now me and my daughter are going to switch back out and she's going to put the tea back in the jar. We did rinse out the jar from where the petals were in it. So we have this small funnel. Any funnel you have will do. And it was at this point that she realized she should probably get a spoon to try to dip some of the liquid out before she tries to tip up that bowl. So here she's just going to try to spoon out some of the liquid and then we'll pour the rest into the jar. Okay guys, now we have dandelion tea. So we will use this tea to make our dandelion jelly. Okay, so now we have a lot of our things out to make the dandelion jelly. We are filling up the water bath canner, which is in this case just like a stock pot that I have that I prefer to use. So we're filling that up, and that takes a while for all that water to heat up, so I've already been heating up a lot of it. And I'm going to use this water to heat up my jars and to sanitize them and that kind of thing. So this is a new pack of jars. So my daughter is going through and separating all the jars, the lids, the rings. The jars and the rings will go into the hot water to be sanitized and to be warmed up. The lids will be set aside in a bowl, and we will just put regular warm water in that to soften up that wax ring and things. So this is what she's going to do next. Carefully put in the jars and the rings to get warmed up. So here we go on that. I'll just speed it up as we go along here. Alright, so we got warm water, just the hottest tap water, and we're gonna let them wax rings or lids get all softened up for when we need them. Okay, so now we get to make our jelly. This is what the dandelion tea looks like. We got all the petals out after we let them soak up. And on the jar, it's about 3.5 cups. So, I lost the room with the petals, but that's okay.
It says 3.5 to 4.
Okay. So what's it?
Place into a large pot 3.5 to 4 cups of dandelion tea, lemon juice, and pepper.
Okay, so that goes in the pot. Alright. Now lemon juice.
2 tablespoons.
There's your lid. Okay. And pectin, does it say a whole box?
In the ingredients it says 1 box powder.
Okay. We got Sure Gel. And it says for jams and jellies, I think. What it did? Okay, yeah.
For homemade jams and jellies.
Okay.
Oh. Instructions, I guess. Ain't nobody need instructions.
We use the internet, don't we?
Hoping it's correct.
Right. Okay. So it's going in. Kind of dark in there, so I'm just going. Okay.
Kind
Now
of
next.
just looks like old dandelion.
I don't know how long that stuff can wait before it starts gelling up, so we better. Oh, I wanted to do a little bit of honey. Oh wait, we'll do that with the sugar. Get a little bit of food coloring.
Use yellow.
Yeah, we're gonna try to use some, not too much. I don't want to water it down or nothing, but
Just like 3 drops or something.
like, no, just a good squirt. Good. All right, next direction. Let me have the directions. I'm gonna try to get, okay. All right, add sugar. Wait, let's see, bring it to a boil. So when you turn on high, we need to stir it probably. Doesn't say stir, but I think we probably should. Yeah, you can use
But
that.
we have a whisk.
You can use a whisk if you want, but you'll have to get down in the pot with it. Right, so mix it up real good, and then we will come back when that starts boiling.
Okay, so while that gets ready to boil, we are going to remove our hot jars from the hot water. They've had plenty of time to sanitize and get warmed up. You need to remember you don't want to put hot liquid into a cold jar and vice versa. So, you just want to get your jars warmed up and keep them warmed up. Got about 5 minutes for this jelly to be ready to go in the jars, so the jars will still be warm and everything. So while I'm getting those out, she's going to continue on with making the jelly.
This was
4 cups of sugar, yeah. Already pre-measured.
lot.
Stir as you putting it in there if you can. You can use that spoon. Stir it all good. I'm gonna try to keep getting these jars out. And she's stirring in the sugar. She's gonna return to a boil, and we'll be back. Oh, looking good. Okay, she is going to add some honey.
You're just gonna have to tell me how much. I'm not good with honey. I don't like honey. I'm gonna try.
All right, just got to sweeten it up a little bit. It's good for you. All right, go ahead and stop there. And just mix it in real good. The jars will be nice and hot, and that is ready. Stir it real good, and when it comes to a boil, count 2 minutes. It's got to boil for 2 minutes. Okay. It does say that, at the end of the 2 minutes, remove from heat. And if there's any
It's yellow.
bubbly film stuff on the top, you can try to get it off. Okay, we got 24 seconds left. Got steam everywhere here. The lid back down to keep the heat in that. Alright, so it don't look like there's too much film.
There's a little bit.
We'll see what happens when I pour it in our measuring cup here. Yeah, we could probably skim some of that off.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're gonna start filling our jars. You only want it up probably to about the ring. Right there. Ooh, we can probably get that out.
Okay. I guess it flips back up to the top.
Kind of a pretty color.
It's kind of like a jelly color. Kind of dandelion-y.
Hey! Now,
Looking good.
take this.
Okay.
Now what you need to do is get you a paper towel, and you have to wipe the ring here, because that wax ain't going to get a good seal if there's anything. So some people use vinegar for this, but we could probably just use water. Now you get wax rings out, shake the water off, and put them on there. Make sure you get them on there right so they seal good, not off to one side or anything.
Press them.
Not too hard. The ring will get
Seal
them
it
in
slow.
place, yeah. Alright, now you put your rings on.
Okay.
And screw them fingertip tight. So just by using your fingertips, tight. There, stop. Don't crank on over nothing. Make sure you get it on straight. Okay, now we need our rings, extra rings. I brought some extra rings right there. They need to go into the bottom of my pot because now I'm going to be more careful not to let the jars hit together, okay? I don't want them to touch the bottom either, so we're just going to drop them in there, and you can rearrange them with a spoon or something to where you just need enough to cover the bottom.
Throw this wide mouth one in there and fill the room.
Maybe it'll go. Okay, now this water's a little bit deep, so be careful. Go slow. These are hot jars going into hot water, okay?
So if you do cold water, it would bust.
Yeah, if one or the other was cold, it would not be good. Just try to get them to sit up the best you can.
You're sitting in one.
You need more in there because it's so big, or so small. We could put a dish towel down in there on those rings.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Okay guys, so our jars are so small, the rings in the bottom ain't working, so I am going to put the dish towel down in here without burning myself, hopefully. You know, cloth wants to float. Okay, so grab a jar and I'll try to keep it down enough for you to start piling them on there. Start at one side or the other. Watch the water, it's pretty deep. You have to have so much water to try to fill over both layers. Go right beside it and keep going. Best you can. That's good. It's pretty full. I can probably take some water out.
It's just filling up way more. Also, I had 2 more jars at my. A little too much.
All right, turn our heat up. Once they start boiling, you just need about an inch of water over the top of the top jar. So you just need to, the more water you have and the more you have to boil and the longer it takes kind of thing. But so as soon as it starts boiling, which is already pretty warm, so hopefully it won't take too long. We will check on it here in just a little bit. Once we notice it start boiling, 10 minutes, and then it's done. Okay, we've done our 10 minutes. Okay, go ahead and turn the burner off. No reason for it to be. Let me set that over on that other pan. Okay, yeah, pot. All right, be very careful not to hit the side of the, when you get the jar, just be careful not to drop it. And
Hot steam coming. Ooh, I don't think I can do that.
you want to do it? You want me to? Okay. Okay, just take your time with it. Interesting looking jelly. It's not as yellow as
Hoping.
I thought it was going to be, but it's okay. Just the pictures on. Ooh, they're already popping. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That means they're sealing. That means it's working.
string.
You always want to put your jars on something soft so you can see. I've heard 2 of them pop. I don't know if you can see. That one's kind of raised, and as it cools, it'll
Turns to
suck in.
starch.
All right, now we're down to our drawer. Try not to put your face over the jars. I haven't had one break on me yet, or bust, or explode, or anything like they say, but they say it for a reason. Whew, that scared me. One more, right?
Yep. 12 of them.
Okay. Now you leave them sitting there for like until tomorrow evening or something. Like you want them completely, leave them alone. See if I can catch one of them popping. Ooh. Ooh, there went that one. As they cool, they'll hopefully all pop, and we'll check them in the morning. It is 9 o'clock at night.
It's that one and these 2.
Okay, just 3 ain't popped. So we will check on those 3 in the morning, see what happens.